there's different types of listing objects, I call them, because they are listings. So there's different types of them, and if you're curious about whether you have, what your own looks like, or whether you're looking at your competitors, you can tell the different type of listings by that little button at the bottom. It's a get it now. Typically that's a transactable offer. If you're a contact me, that's basically like I just entered, a web URL on your website. It says, this is my information, this is what I'm looking forward to, and they send it back. Most of the listing types in Azure Marketplace, and the ones that we encourage and support the most, is the SaaS listing type. Those are transactable. Those earn credits and everything for benefits to the Microsoft Teams. In this example, but there are different listing types. It may or may not be transactable. It could be an Azure machine image. It could be a container, etc. But these are the primary way you can distinguish the type of offers, is by looking at that little button at the bottom of the label here.
So I want to take a second and actually show, which is a big thing, what we always talk about. Where's the data? What is the statistics? So let's read this one. In 2021, we saw marketplace transactions grow an estimated 70% to 4 billion, which is 3 times faster growth than the public cloud at large. So really sort of thinking and getting into that growth mindset, and which is really hard sometimes, of I have to shift out of what we normally do and do something different. And how does that look? And it's scary, right? And I totally understand that. Again, I think that's where you have us at Invisory. You have advisors and customer success managers that can help you strategically have those conversations with your business and be able to grow. But just know, like, this is another market to tap into that I think is very much sort of, you hear the buzzword and the noise and it's starting to come out. And so now you want to be that one that gets in there and really think about growing.
I would even comment before we go into this slide, and we can keep it on this slide because it goes to the benefits. But so if you think about what Jess just shared from Bessemer Venture Partners, who, if you're interested in great stellar research, they're a good one. But if you think about a marketplace motion that's growing 3x the cloud in general, what you should be thinking about is what it means from your own channel strategy, because that growth through a marketplace means there's more inventory from ISVs, there's more interest from buyers, and there's more attraction to this marketplace motion, and that would include your competitors. So if you're not exploring or adopting or have a marketplace strategy today, I look at numbers like that and say, okay, if you're not in marketplace within 3 years, 5 years, 2 years maybe, your competitors will, and your buyers are going to go there first to figure out who they're going to buy from, and they're going to buy your competitor. So that's just another way of looking at that statistic that shows that growth differential and thinking about it in your own business. But now we can flip over. This is a long list. I'm not going to go through each one of these, but this is something that you'll have access to. But there are tremendous benefits to buyers, and I'm going to start on the right side first. If you think about a typical buyer journey, so your customers in the enterprise space, your customers have found something in your solution they like, but there's a lot of times that they don't know where to go next. So they want it, but then who has budget authority? How do you schedule resources to deploy it? What are the legal terms and conditions? What other restrictions might be going along with that series of entitlements that you're going to buy? And through the marketplace motion that we described earlier, in terms of being able to sell, that's a benefit you'll see of the legal on the lower part of the left, but it also plays into the buy. So that means we don't have to have your customer tie you up in a procurement process, because they're just purchasing underneath that existing partnership agreement. The challenge for the buyers is just finding the right person to engage and transact in marketplace on your behalf. I mentioned the example on the spend down commits. That is real. That's a compelling event. It's a use it or lose it program, but usually the largest customers have it. But then the global reach is the other benefit, I'll say, because it just allows a buyer to find software applications and services that meet their need that they may not otherwise find through traditional methods. So the ISVs, there's almost benefits on both sides, or they're corollary, but I want to stay on that one and then we can move on. The global expansion is real for the ISV seller as well. And I've seen a number of ISVs, hypergrowth, generally 1,000 or fewer employees. So that's one particular segment or cohort I'm thinking about, but they are US only, built on a cloud, and they make their listing available in multiple geo-jurisdictions. I've got a number of examples where I've been told, wow, I just got a deal from Australia. Like, we've never even set foot, even thought about Australia, and here we go. So there are an incredible number of benefits from transactioning, including assisting your partner status, leveraging and expanding your network with Microsoft sellers, whether they're vertical sellers or even your partner team, carrying your message in through that massive seller and specialist ecosystem is a tremendous advantage to ISV sellers. And you just got to plan to put the work in it. But that's what I'll say there.